This might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think it's a CGI tear. This is a reality show. I don't think they would spend the money on CGI artificial tears coming out. I just don't think they would spend the money. What do you guys think? Touch my neck and I'll touch yours. You and those little high-waisted shorts.
Kylie is in a relationship much more with Stassi than she is with Travis. Let's get into it. Part 3, Kylie and Travis. First of all, if you didn't know, Kylie and Travis don't live together. Travis lives in his $23 million mansion in Brentwood, and Kylie lives in her house compound in Holmby Hills. Travis has actually refused to live with Kylie because he can't be bothered to be a normal person and mix his work and his home life. Travis just really needs his own space when he's working. And Kylie has even offered to redecorate, remodel, whatever it would get to make it easier for him, and he just doesn't want that. Can you imagine? All 17,000 square feet, and he's like, I can hear you breathing on the other corridor. Yeah, Travis, we just really hate to bother you at work. Then we have Kylie and her extremely close relationships with her friends, mostly Stassi. I don't know Kylie's sexuality, and I'm not claiming to know. What I can say is that we all have needs that need to be fulfilled inside of a relationship. What needs do you think Travis has ever fulfilled for Kylie? He doesn't fulfill her need for closeness. Do you think he's fulfilling her need for trust, physical touch, kind gestures, intimacy, or fun, or security, or empathy, or prioritization? I bring this all up because, of course, Kylie has to get her relationship, her emotional needs that we all have met. And if she isn't getting it from her partner, I can see why she's getting it from her friends. I don't know if that's actually in a sexual way. I mean, we all kiss our girlfriends. At least that's what I've always said. This isn't about me. Just analyzing this further, it did make me sad for Kylie. Because where is she getting these needs met? She also deserves to have someone who loves her and her daughter and who wants to be close with her and prioritize her and their family. And this is a thought I'm still playing on, but let me know if I'm the only one. That despite the overtly sexual images Kylie always posts, I've never thought of her or seen her in that sexual way. Does that make sense? Like, no matter how beautiful or traditionally sexy she is, I've always just viewed her in a very asexual way. But perhaps there's more to be revealed, and if you want to stick around for it, make sure you like and follow for more.
I got all these bitches wanting to be Barbie dolls. Barbie dream house, pink and purple marble walls. Pull up in that Barbie Rari, finna bury y'all.
Our Fits Everybody underwear is made from this buttery soft fabric that stretches out and bounces right back. It just molds to your body like you're wearing nothing at all.
Look at you, cutie.
Oh, look at her. You look so cute.
Left without me. What?
No.
What?
You just made it really obvious.
That what?
I know what you're having.
Everyone just knows what I'm having.
Why
It's
did she
so
make
crazy.
it obvious?
Because
I
I
didn't do
can now
shit.
see her belly.
My belly looks the same.
I think it's a boy.
That's what she said. And you know what? What was that? Okay.
All right, I wanted you guys to see this. It is really sheer, so I'm gonna be covering, but this is our no-show balcony bra, and it's just a really good classic bra with the thinnest, most comfortable mesh that literally feels like silk.
But of all the evidence that I've seen, this is my favorite. Ro taking a selfie a man's sneaker in the background. Well, what a surprise. I have a theory. The reason I feel like Kourtney Kardashian has had bitterness and animosity towards her family the past few years is because of this sort of thing. Hear me out. For starters, if any of you are shocked that Travis has had a long-term girlfriend aside from Kylie, please don't be. Kanye, Tristan, all of them have admittedly had other relationships. When Kanye was on a rant giving speeches during his running for president era, he admittedly said that he cheated on Kim Kardashian. And don't get us started on Tristan. That has been very visible, very much in the public eye. But the whole entire family has remained very respectful about all of these affairs. And don't worry, I'm leading this back to Kourtney. Kim, Khloe, Kylie are all very willing to accept the fact that if they are turning a blind eye, they know that their men are out there doing stuff. I don't think for 1 second they're sharing with their closest girlfriends that this relationship is an open one. We all know that one of the most important things to them is keeping a certain image. That's why every party, every picture, everything is so posed and well put together. And the same reason Khloe has always said she wanted Tristan there for the birth of the children, because she wanted a moment to be perfect for the baby. So Kim, Khloe, Kylie have all been able to respectfully get away with sharing their open, real relationships on TV. There has been no pressure for them to really expose the truth. Meanwhile, the only thing that really had us hooked to the first few seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians were these two. Whether you loved or hated their relationship, they kept us entertained. But Kourtney let it all out there. Scott was breaking mirrors, there were infidelity rumors, there was so much being exposed in regards to their relationship. If you do a deep dive on this girl, which I will tag the creator who really kind of exposed all of this on TikTok in here, but she's been having to keep her mouth shut for a while, and she was finally fed up with it. Guarantee Kylie will go on without addressing this. She will continue to live the life that she's living, where she takes a few pictures with Travis here and there, and he goes on and does whatever he wants on the back end. I think Khloe was doing the same thing for a really long time. The only thing that Khloe was probably really torn up about was the fact that all of his affairs, all of Tristan's affairs, were so public. Scott's scandals and infidelities have all been on TV. She never got the helping hand of being able to hide some of this behind the scenes. I'm sure we didn't see everything that these two were going through, but we saw a lot of it. And this is why I feel like Kourtney has felt super gypped during the entirety of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, why she's wanted to leave this series, but she just won't.
Okay, here's why everyone thinks that Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson are getting back together. The Sun reported that Kim and Pete spent a night together in New York City. Kim made a discreet trip to the Big Apple to see her comedian ex-boyfriend while he was filming. Pete visited Kim at her room, and the next day Kim was seen sneaking out of the back entrance of the hotel in a disguise and hopped in a waiting Escalade to visit Pete on Staten Island. And then Kim's birthday flowers. She left off the tag on this one, but fans noticed the jasmine diptyque candle. And like, the jasmine candle sitting like that is a little bit weird. But Aladdin and jasmine.
You know the best way to describe how I handle life? I'm like Tom Cruise in Minority Report. And it's like my life are these slides. And anytime it's not in front of me and I don't have to deal, I slide it out and go to the next picture. Like, okay, mom in hospital, we're dealing with that. Okay, kids, this, I have to deal with that. Okay, Khloe drama. Okay, let's deal with this. When that's done, okay, Kourtney drama. Okay, this. I can totally focus just on one thing and not let the next thing or the last thing really affect what I'm doing right now. I know that's like really crazy and rare, but that's just like how I get through life.
And that is why Kim K is so successful in her career endeavors.
But she is Kanye's twin. Same personality. Really? Says the same wild things. Like those two.
So them talking together is quite something, I bet.
Oh, like,
what does she say? What wild things?
She'll just sit looking at me, like here, and be like, Mommy, I don't like Ellen. Or whoever it is,
yeah.
And I'm just like, no. And she's just like, why, Mom? I'm being honest. And I was like, okay.
Wow, that's a shame.
They kept on saying the ring, the ring. And I was just so startled. I was like, you know, what? Like, it didn't compute to me for a minute. And then the guy goes, the ring. And I had put it up by the side of my bed. So I handed him my ring. And then he grabbed me, and I was wearing a robe. And I wasn't wearing anything under it.
No.
But I kept on looking at the concierge because I didn't know who he was. And I'm like, what is happening? Are we going to die? Just tell them I have children. Like, I have babies. I have a husband. I have a family. Like, I have to get home. Tell them take anything. I'll never say, like, I saw them, like, take everything. And then I saw him have a gun out to me. And I was like, okay, this is it. And I just kept on thinking about Courtney. I kept on thinking she's going to come home and I'm going to be dead in the room. And she's going to be traumatized for the rest of her life if she sees me. We're sharing a room, like on her bed. But I thought that was my fate.
So the sinks. Kanye drew this. Kanye, Axel Vavort, and Claudio Silvestrin kind of all did this sink. And Claudio was the one that said it should be separated from the wall because it used to be up against the wall. But we thought it would be cooler this way. So 8 versions of this prototype sink was made. And it does actually like slightly slope down that you can kind of see. And there's a slit for the water. And it goes in. You can put it on as high pressure as you want and no backsplash will come up. Okay, something else I think is interesting is our light switches. They are just 3 little buttons and they go on, dim, and off. And there's no box around it. I think is really cool. I'm in my bedroom and I wanted to show you guys something cool. Not just my drapes, but Chloe thought that since I was showing you guys some tech stuff, I should show you guys my TV in my bedroom. Pretty cool, right, Chloe? Very cool. She wanted me to show you guys this, guys. Oh, my favorite person on the screen. There she is. 130-inch for the bed.
Wait, no, because, like, what the fuck is this? If I were to be, like, a kid in this house, like, I cannot believe this is how she decorates her house. Like, this is Kim Kardashian's house. Like, these kids are probably terrified. I mean, it's probably cool as shit, but I'd be terrified. Like, look at these. This entire trees are covered in skulls. And, like, there's hands here. A fucking, like, creepy ghouls sitting around, like, a fire pit, like, casting spells and shit. This entire hallway filled with, like, mummified dolls. Like, can you imagine waking up and peeing and, like, seeing this? Like, literally creep the fuck out.
The West children have dressed up for Halloween. I already know that this was all Kim. Like, Kim's like, okay, kids, we're doing icons, which I love even more because this is such a Kardashian thing to do. But these 4 absolutely slayed Halloween already. First up, Northwest dressed up as Aaliyah. And I just cannot get enough. Like, she's gotten so big. Like, I feel like yesterday Northwest was born. Of course, with every outfit, Kim is gonna give us the inspo and some behind the scenes. I know everyone says Chicago is the model of the family, but Saints, he also, I feel like, looks the most like Kim. And he dressed up as Snoop Dogg. And here is the behind the scenes and inspo pics for that. For the other two kids, Chicago dressed up as Sade and Psalm dressed up as Eazy-E. And now I'm like rethinking my statement of like Saint being the model because Chicago, little shy. Even in this, like, she's the only one that's like really enjoying being in front of the camera. And I can't get over it. The cuteness overload of Psalm. Psalmy baby!
So we had sex in front of the fireplace in honor of you. I know I've been having sex 500 times a day.
A bone in a bathroom.
So you gotta get it in where you can get it in.
Babe, do you want to shower with me really quick? Shower with
Come with umbrellas. 2018 in that Porsche Carrera. Yeah, pal. Rats in a quarter ounce.
Here's why I think Kim Kardashian is wearing so many full-length Balenciaga bodysuits. Recently, a lot of people are talking about Kim's Balenciaga outfits that are skin tight but have a lot of coverage. A lot of them have full-length gloves, high collars, and very little exposed skin. And yes, while I think it could just be Kim wanting to change her aesthetic and have a sleeker and more refined look, or that she still wants to show off the figure of her body but in a more modest way. But I think part of Kim Kardashian's new style change is a way to cover up her skin condition. And I came to this realization because that's something I do myself. Kim has been very open about the fact that she has an autoimmune condition called psoriasis, which causes red, itchy patches on the skin, which often surfaces in visible ways on her face and the rest of her body. So I think it's a real possibility that Kim is using these outfits as a way to cover that up. I mean, I have psoriasis too, and if I had to go to a huge, highly scrutinized event like the Met Gala, I wouldn't necessarily want so many people judging my skin. I'm not ashamed of my psoriasis. I mean, I'm sure you can see this patch right here on my eyebrow, and it's all over my arms right now, but it's not that bad. I mean, I've been bullied for my skin, I've had people ask what's wrong with me, I've had people joke that it looks like I have chicken pox. And Kim is always in the public eye, and there are always people criticizing her. So I understand if it's a point of insecurity that she wants to cover up. I've done it myself. I mean, this is just a theory. But if this is the reason that Kim is wearing such full-length outfits, I wish she would show off her skin more. Because she would have a great opportunity to tell so many people that a skin condition isn't something to be ashamed of. And it's not something that makes you any less beautiful.
Are Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson back together? Literally, Instagram is freaking out because on Kim's birthday, she posted this to her Instagram with all the flowers she received, but she did not tag who it was from. But if you zoom into the candle, it is the scent Jasmine. And if you're a Kardashian fan, you just put two and two together. That Jasmine is Kim and Aladdin is Pete. So that adds to the conspiracy theory with the K that Pete Davidson is the one that sent these flowers to Kim Kardashian. And mind you, this comes after The Sun reported that Kim and Pete had a secret sleepover in New York. And you guys know when it comes to The Sun, I don't believe them ever really. And I say this because just yesterday they posted this being like Pete Davidson's with a new girl, when this is just a selfie someone took on set with Pete Davidson. Now, I do not miss Pete Davidson with Kim Kardashian, but I do miss a spray tan Pete Davidson with Kim Kardashian. But because the candle was already burnt, I feel like Kim just set it there to get people talking. Like if it was from Pete, it would just be a brand new candle, correct? What are your thoughts?
Kim Kardashian's birthday party was canceled and she ended up at an In-N-Out. Kim was originally supposed to board Kylie Air to fly to Vegas for an Usher concert. The private jet was decked out with Kim attire, Kim drink menu, which included a Kiki Rita, a Kim Teeny, a Keeks Cougar Courage, and a Billionaire's beverage, as well as Jell-O shots, Chloe, Malika, Steph Shep, Tracy, and all her best friends. Unfortunately, they could not make it to Vegas because the wind was so strong, so it looks like their Carbone party and Usher concert isn't happening. This was the dining room table that was supposed to be for her and her friends. So instead, they just ended up at an In-N-Out, and yes, they are filming for the next season of Kardashians on Hulu. Kim really fangirled over the In-N-Out cashier. I mean, imagine sitting in an In-N-Out just casually minding your business, and then this crew comes in decked to the nines with a camera crew. Hope you had a great birthday, Kim.
No, your eyes are not deceiving you. Yes, that is Ivanka Trump after a 3-hour dinner/meeting with Kim Kardashian. So last night, Sunday night, while everyone was watching House of Dragons, these two lovely ladies decided to go to the Beverly Hills Hotel and meet at the Polo Lounge for a 3-hour dinner. And other diners in the restaurant said that a majority of their conversation revolved around what to do in situations when a family member is saying things that are scandalous. And basically Kim was just asking Ivanka what to do on the whole Kanye thing. Because remember, her children will be affected by the things that their father says, and Kourtney's children are Jewish. But why do I feel like this was also a business/political meeting? Future presidents?
Kim Kardashian just shared her Halloween decorations, and in true Kim fashion, it is so over the top, and I'm so here for it.
Skeleton theme, and had these like bones and skeleton trees made.
Those trees probably cost more than my entire condo. And of course, this is Kim Kardashian's house, so don't expect to see any orange or purples.
These creepy people that are all having like a bonfire out here.
Kim's favorite part are these molded hands. Kim had a whole molding party with friends, family, her kids, nieces, and nephews, and they all molded their hands and then stuck them in front of her house.
These are like my kids' hands. These are my niece and nephew's hands. You can see some of our friends' hands. I did everyone that we know and that wanted to come over for a little hand mold. You can see mine when I had the nails on.
And then she has an arch of skulls around her front door.
Front door, I made this skull thing.
The inside of her house doesn't even look like a house. Like, I don't even know how her kids run around in it. I would be terrified.
A really creepy situation going on in here. And this is our hallway. And it's like mummies and all of this.
You can't tell me this doesn't look straight out of a horror film, but I love it.
Creepy hallway with my Terrell at the end that looks like the moon. I don't know what they're watching in there, but it really sounds like a horror film. But this is my hallway.
I'm dying to know what they were watching in there, and who was it, her kids? I wish I could like buy a ticket just to see the house decorations.